Damn.
You know what I think we could improve? Get a nut off. Get a nut off.
Really? Like the verbiage?
It just makes me, like when you say jerk off.
Yeah, but there's two different thoughts in my
brain.
But
when you say get a nut off, I picture you jerking off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I don't
have a great body
I'm
for
sorry,
that.
because what I just pictured is.
I have a good body for that.
Well, was it good? Was it?
No, I'm built like a string cheese. You do not need to see
What
this
is it?
thing.
Get a nut off?
Get a nut off. But when I say that, it's more like out of like
You're on stiff sauce.
But you know what it does?
Cum.
It makes me think the cum is in like a congealed like nut shape. Like
Dude,
I think
it comes out like a walnut.
If you haven't got a nut off in a while, it does come out a little fucking slurpy.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But here's I have two thoughts on it. Getting a nut off is not, I'm sorry to keep saying it. That's not the sex version. That's like, you know how you're like, oh, I need to go to the gym? This
You're
is just to
not
like
taking
relieve.
a piss.
Exactly.
Just,
this
like,
is
get
not
it-
sexual. This is just like, I'm stressed out. Let me
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken breaks from jerking off?
Yeah.
But like intentional ones, like 30
6,
days,
7 hours.
just
Oh
to
no,
see what
I've
happens?
never. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a couple minutes for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I for sure said this at one point. When I first moved to LA, I thought I had an STD from a girl, so I just stopped jerking off for like 6 months because I thought that if I jerked off, I'd feel a burning sensation, and I thought that would be
Mr.
would
Wallace.
trigger my head.
Did you go 6 months for real?
Swear to God, I lived in a pool house in Studio City.
6 months, and you didn't shoot up a Chase Bank?
No.
Not one.
I just ignored it. And I was like, dude, if I jerk off, I'm going to feel a burning sensation. Thus, I have an STD.
6 months.
6 months.
Hold on. So, but it didn't burn when you peed.
No.
Okay. But so you did it the whole time just to not exacerbate.
Yep. Because I slept with a girl on a air mattress. And any
Okay.
girl that would sleep with a man on an air mattress, you
Has
know.
something.
Possibly. Could. I was also living in a pool house. So any guy
was
living in
gonna
a pool
say,
house probably could have something. I was in this weird denial phase, but I was only just I would just go out and do open mics and come home, be tired as fuck. And then this is years, like 2015.
But wait, did you ask her if she, like, what do you do now if you hook up with a girl and you think they gave you an STD or vice versa? Do you get a call? Like, would you call and just say, hey? And
That's a good question. I don't know.
But you didn't in that case.
No.
Did you go to a doctor?
I didn't have health insurance. I was working 2 internships at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So allegedly, I just didn't nut for. Sorry, didn't get a nut off. Hey, they didn't.
So
and then I eventually just got tested. Dude, I don't know. It was a weird period of my life. But that's like my dad giving me the whole compartmentalized thing. I was like, you don't have an STD. You don't have an STD. You don't just push it down. And then I either finally got tested or just went about life. I also didn't have much sex living in a pool house, so I wasn't concerned. I slept with like one girl while I lived there.
Was it because you were embarrassed to bring them back?
Oh, 100%. A pool house and an air mattress? That's all
Dude,
for 2,
have
dog.
you seen the Tinder swindler? The number of women that fucked that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but Tinder
he has
swindler,
an accent. But he had
but
money.
he was
He
rich.
pretended he had
I
money.
had cockroaches. They were just crawling under the door. I literally had to put a towel underneath it. I had a Target coat rack that would lean over with all my stuff on it. I was just so like, I just wanted to move to LA and just do
Who
the
lived
damn
in the
thing.
main house?
My best friend's older brother's friend. It was like a random, like, he recorded music in the pool shed and he's like, yeah, if you want to move in, you can do it for like $300. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Not bad.
No.
Pool house is not
It's still
bad.
there.
It sounds,
It's still-
when I think of a pool house, I think of Fresh
It was the
Prince of Bel-Air
size.
pool
It was
house.
the size of maybe this room, but it
Very
didn't have
few
a bathroom.
people have a shitty pool house. If you have a
No,
pool
but this
and
was
a
like
pool,
a shed. There was no bathroom. There was no Wi-Fi. I peed outside every morning, and I would load up porn inside on the Wi-Fi. I would click play. I would load up porn.
Nope.
You're not listening, Michael. I would go inside.
No,
to
that
get
we
the
are
Wi-Fi.
listening. That's the problem.
I would open up my laptop, get the Wi-Fi, load up a porn, make it load for like 20 minutes, right? And then I'd
you watch
back.
all 20 minutes of a
No, but
20-minute
that gave me
porn?
options. That gave me options, Whitney.
How
Because
long
what
does
if I
it take
didn't
for
load
you
up to the
come?
cum shot?
He's
What
like, I
if-
just have to make sure they're in love.
Yeah, I had to make sure
I
the
have to know what
cockroaches would get
happens.
out, you know?
What really gets me off is a
But
story ending.
I needed
What
options.
type of pizza is that? I need.
I needed options. So
That's
just so
wild.
you could click around. But heaven forbid I accidentally hit refresh while I'm outside. No fucking Wi-Fi. And I didn't have unlimited data, whatever you call it.
Whatever.
At the time on my phone.
Well, by the way, that really is the true issue that divides America. It's not left and right. It's data and data.
Data.
Are you data or data?
I would say data.
Yeah, data.
Good, normal.
Data.
You say data?
Yeah, data.
Thank God.
Data.
Yeah, data.
Thank
Data,
God.
you're a fucking dork.
Data.
Data and tomato is the
Data
same
is what
fucking
he
thing.
yelled when his father was driving away.
That's exactly what I yelled. Data!
Great joke. But yes,
Good
I would
joke.
load up porn.
You should do comedy.
And that was in the pool house days.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Did you have electricity in the shed?
I did.
Okay.
It would often overheat. Dude, one time,
The electricity?
can I tell you guys this? One time there was,
What would overheat?
The power outage, because I had one of those giant AC units. I would like be like,
Oh, not overheat. You mean it would trip the thing?
same shit.
No.
What do you think it was doing down there?
I don't know.
But one time, the guy who lived on the main side of the house had a friend who was on the run for murder, right?
Good.
And so this guy was on the loose, and they thought he was in the pool house. I was out of town, and they opened the door, and the police dog bit my air mattress and popped it. And then the guy texts me, goes, "Hey man, bad news. Police raided the place because they were looking for a friend of a friend who was on. He's actually did do it. He's in jail. But they popped your air mattress. Do you
Where
know how
was this?
This is 2015.
Where?
Studio City. Laurel.
I've heard this story from a different person in the story.
Really?
Shut
And
up.
I swear to
The
God.
other person was a musician, maybe not.
Brad, something. I've like heard this story from someone else.
Dude, it's for real. Like it
was
literally got
involved.
popped. You know how sad it is to go to the store and buy patches for an air mattress when an actual air mattress is $22 more? Shambles.
Dude, also it got
That's
bit
where
by
my trauma
it got
comes
bit
from.
by a dog.
Yeah.
You did?
No, the air mattress. It popped
okay,
it.
yeah,
no,
yeah.
but
That is wild.
to be at work and it's like, hey, somebody popped your air mattress. You're like, oh, who? Like, oh, a police dog. They were looking for a convicted felon. And you're like,
Where is my life?
yeah.
Where is my
And
life?
then I still ended up at Ha Ha Cafe that
The
night.
fact that, even that dog knew the mattress had to go.
Yeah, like, yeah.
It's like,
But
this is
it's
too
embarrassing
depressing.
to bring a girl back to that, you know? It's like, oh,
Yeah,
where's
but
your
the
place?
right girl, it's not going to be embarrassing. Like, you don't want, do you really want a girl? Like,
Ma'am, are you literally
You don't
gonna
think that's a
walk
red
into
flag?
someone's place that has an air mattress and a pool table, whatever the fuck it's called, and be like, "This is the guy"?
Where I
if
had
I was, how old were you at the time?
22,
Yeah, if I'm
23.
22 and I go back and I see like, oh, this guy like is working his ass off and like hustle. That's what you should be doing at 22.
God, I just don't.
Yeah, it's just hard when, like,
you're rolling
Kendrick
I would have
Lamar's in their
loved it.
DMs.
I would have been like, he's gonna be the next Spielberg.
Dude, I had a vision board. I had a little whiteboard of like my goals.
Do you have
on
your
there.
original vision board? I
I
put
do.
mine
I
up.
have a
Yes,
photo
we-
of a 2017.
didn't we read it?
Yeah,
I
recently.
put mine up and it's
you
so
did?
embarrassing. I like held
Is
it
it
up
though?
on the podcast. It's pretty embarrassing how low I strive.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Please.
You're like, I just passed
Well-
on that person's talk show. I just passed like everyone on
Yeah.
there
Oh, yeah.
that's famous. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I like passed on doing Conan's podcast. Like it's like funny because now like the people that are on my vision board like call me direct, like Pauly Shore and the and I'm like, oh god, like it's so funny. I like
Funny.
overdid
Do you ever
it.
take anybody off the vision board?
I
You're
did
like, I
take
don't want to
off-
podcast with Jared from Subway anymore. Get him off. He had a rough couple of years.
Yeah, I feel like I had to take off the Harvey Weinstein, Merrimack section.
Hey, you know.
Who I did take someone off, and
That's funny.
I have to remember.
You've been removed from my vision board.
That's fucked up.
That's a heater.
that
I'd
is
cry.
so. That is the coldest thing you can say.
Yeah,
to
that's the
someone.
deepest thing. That's deep.
That feels. That's
You're like, oh, you
hurtful.
blocked
At
me?
one
Fuck
point,
you. I took you off my vision board.
Like you
That's a
were
good
my
one.
hero.
Oof.
You know what I
And
mean?
then I
At
met
one
you.
point, and now I'm embarrassed to even know you exist.
I'm so embarrassed. I need to take you off a vision board. That's.
Can I
that
tell
would
you
make
how
me
I
cry.
discovered your material? It's actually kind of in the same era as 2015.
He downloaded it and then brought it into the pool house.
Whitney Cummings uncut.
Oh, it's Comedy Central presents.
There was a long time where when I first moved to LA,
that's what it was.
my real name is Whitney Cummings. I know this sounds like a lie, but my mom, before she married my dad, her maiden name was Cumming with no S.
What?
So Patty
No.
Cummings.
Then
was-
you just went from singular to plural.
Yeah, well, exactly. Like, you know, do you want it to be the verb or the noun? You know, if I was going to choose.
Yeah.
And then, so when I first moved to LA, I obviously couldn't get anything. And my mom would Google me. And there is a porn star that her name is Wendy
Bring
Cummings.
it up.
Wendy, I think. Does it not look like me? I mean,
Oh, shit.
it was like just enough for my, you know.
We haven't even talked about the fact you had an AI robot.
I did.
There's so-
I do.
there's-
Yeah, yeah.
Real quick, let me get the story out. Because the same time around
I wanna
2015, I was a senior in college and I came home drunk one night. And this was the first time I ever had my own TV in my life. I was 21 years old, TV in my
Yeah.
room. I was excited. And I'm laying on the bed and I'm clicking through Comedy Central. And it was your Comedy Central Presents, right? And there was a bit where you're talking
An
about
hour.
yeah.
Oh,
like-
let's fix that.
hour special.
Definitely fix that. Not
Yeah,
30
I never
minutes, an
got
hour.
Premium Blend. I didn't get Premium Blend. I didn't get Montreal New Faces. I didn't get Live at Gotham.
Well, you didn't deserve
It wasn't on your vision board.
I like to remind everyone how many failures I've had.
That's great. But I remember there was a bit and you were doing about men and how weird it is that how supportive they are of football, right? Oh, this was old.
Talking into the can when they talk, Tom Brady sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I remember like, and this, I was in a frat. This is peak. I was like a year into stand up. Delta Upsilon. This D.
What's that one's like flavor?
I don't know. They were
Like,
good
what's
at that
their-
school,
you know
but
what I
they
mean?
sucked
Like,
everywhere else.
What, like I love doing what's that?
Coke.
I've never done Coke. I love doing.
haven't either.
I've never done Coke.
I've never either.
And now
Me either.
fentanyl's in it, so I feel like I was gonna
You
save it.
missed.
I missed my
it.
chance.
I was gonna save it until like something massive happened. I'm like, yeah, let's do coke, which is so weird. because
Dude,
you're like,
nursing
crew's going
home.
great. Let's do coke.
I want to
No.
save drugs for when I'm in a nursing home.
Really?
Imagine
80 years old,
Yes.
racking them up off the
Fucking
life alert.
ecstasy.
What
See?
drugs
bumping
have
it.
you done?
Weed.
Yeah.
Whoa, starting off
I know.
strong.
I've only done. I did acid when I was like 11, like an acid
the
like tip.
fuck?
What are you talking
I
about?
What type of birthday party
Rehoboth
was
Beach,
that?
Maryland, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Look,
shitty,
you're like,
Ocean
oh, yeah,
City.
Mom, Bloomingdale's? How about this, bitch?
I mean, if I lived in Maryland, I'd probably do acid a lot. I'd be like, how do I
Maryland's
see?
not
I did it
better
once. I only did
cities?
it once because there was a big rave scene in DC. So I
Yes.
had like older friends, and we would go and we go to Ocean City, Maryland. I did it once.
At 11?
City was
I was-
trash.
At 11?
They call it oh so shitty, Ocean
Yeah,
City.
yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I don't know. When you were in DC, was this the same thing? Like I was so much old. Like when you were 11, you were
11?
going to raves. You were
I was
like
playing with Tactics.
my best
No,
friend.
dude, when I was 10, I was watching porn with my friends. But I always had, just like you, I always had older friends.
Like we went and saw Kids in the Key Theater. Like that might even have been gone by the time
Yeah,
you were
I
there.
don't
You're probably
know.
much
Yeah,
younger.
I don't-
So like Commander Salamander. Do you remember in Georgetown? You probably didn't
Oh,
go to
no,
Georgetown.
yes.
Yeah,
yes,
so my
yes.
friend's mom like owned that. It was like this punk store, and like
Yes,
we had like
dude.
nose rings, and we're like going to tracks and doing
Like goth stuff?
Yeah, like for real.
I'm hot.
And so like airwalk shit, like
Yeah.
like we hung out with like skateboarders, and there was a
Janko
Skateboard.
jeans?
okay, yes,
Skateboarders were the hottest people.
Bring up the picture.
tiptoe. The tiptoe shoes and the airwalks. But so my sister was older and we had much older friends. And then the guy that I was dating, who was little brother of Sean King, who was a giant graffiti artist.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Sean Kingston.
DC.
Me, I thought
That
it was
that would
too.
be much
That'd
cooler.
Crazy.
Not,
Damn
oh, you're the,
all
oh,
these
I thought you were then going to go Sean
beautiful
King.
girls. Sean Kingston. Yeah.
But there's Sean King
Sean
too,
King
who's
was problematic.
yeah, they call
Yes.
him
Sean
Malcolm
Kingston
X.
was sad. All these beautiful girls had him suicidal. Dog, rub one out. Get a nut off.
Yeah, stop getting in the fucking
Get a
pool
nut
hall.
off. Anyways, dropping acid
You
is
make
11.
me suicidal.
Get a nut off. And it's not so bad. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
So acid at 11. God damn.